Hey everyone, welcome to this module where we are going to be talking a lot about a very interesting and new language called Rust. If you're already familiar with Rust, then you can skip the first few lessons of this module. And if you're not, then welcome to this journey with us. Well, Rust has been voted as one of the most loved and popular languages since 2016 by Stack Overflow users. Although it's gaining popularity recently because it is quite memory safe and offers some really amazing features. But it's been there for a while. So there is a lot of documentation that is available on Rust as well as Stack Overflow help. So you don't have to worry about it if it's a new language that you're navigating. Now, one of the Bibles for learning this Rust programming languages, and this is the link is also there on your lesson, is this book on the Rust programming language. There is also a hard copy book of this, which I recommend to purchase if you can afford to, and also if you in general like to go through books. But this is going to be like our Bible. This has all the concepts laid out in a very precise and very nice manner with examples. So, wherever you feel like you're not able to relate to certain things, I suggest to go back to this book, spend a while over here. In our lesson, largely, we are going to be covering parts of this book, but not the entire thing. So, you can always go back for more examples and more exercises to work from this group. So let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do, of course, is install Rust. I already have Rust installed on my system, so I don't need to do that. However, on this, again, this first ever chapter, that is installation, you can find under getting started 1.1, you can find all the instructions, exhaustive instructions to install Rust using Rust app. So basically, Rust Up is a command line tool for managing Rust versions and the associated tools. And it's just an easy way to sort of like when you work with Node, you use NPM. So Rust Up is similar to and we'll be installing Rust using Rust Up because that's fairly easier. You can choose the operating system of your choice if it is Linux or Mac or if it is Windows. Both differ largely. My advice or recommendation is to use Linux based systems. If you have Windows, then you can install something called WSL. I believe it's WSL2 on Windows. So you can definitely install this and set up your own Linux sort of within your Windows subsystem. You can see this is Windows subsystem for Linux. This will actually make your life easier because on Windows sometimes it can be tricky to navigate some of the things and we the way we sort of check in the packages, the way we work with the packages, it might be sometimes difficult to navigate that. So I recommend using WSL2 if you're on Windows. If not, and if you feel most comfortable with Windows, you can have Rust running on Windows as well. Now, for this particular module, all the lessons that you will be seeing will be largely on MacBook. So you can think of it as similar to sort of Linux terminal experience. So if you have a Linux, it will be similar. Now, once you have installed Rust, you can check, you will get a message called Rust is installed now. Great. It takes a while to install. So it, you can get that done. And then once you have this, you can run this command to see whether you have Rust installed. So since I already have Rust installed in mine, I'm just going to run this command. And you can see that I have 1.6.0. I think I installed a while ago, so it could be slightly. Oh, you can also see the date. It's the version that was released on the 4th of April. So it's slightly older, but not that old. Yeah, if you want to update, you can, if you want to uninstall, of course. I would not recommend to uninstall unless and until it's not installed properly. So that's gonna be, this is basically your starting point in your journey of Rust. We will be using VS Code to write our code pieces and also working with the terminal largely. And yeah, welcome to this journey. And we hope that you have a great time with us. I'll see you in the next session.